I'm not gonna lie. I am going to come at some fandom in this one. We're gonna talk D23. I'm gonna list everything that they announced. Not so much the theme parks that they announced today and yesterday. I want to talk about Friday, and there's something that really is gonna piss some people off, and I don't care because it needs to be said. Fandom has gone way too far with certain things. So let's get into it.
Fucking go! Let's fucking go. Whoop, whoop. Here I come. Oh, here I come. Oh.
We will watch your career with great interest.
You are such a kid.
This is where the fun begins.
It's showtime.
And here we go.
So this is my episode of D23. I know I'm relatively late to the party here, but I had to wait the entire weekend to kind of comb through everything and see if I could find enough trailers. So I was able to find some breakdowns. You'll see them in this video. As you see down on the screen there, like and subscribe if you're brand new to the channel, and even if you are not new to this channel, like this one, because this is going to be fiery right off the bat. Because there is a certain section of fandom that really is starting to bug me. So let us take a look. So I'm going to do, so let me announce all the things that are coming out. And D23 just blasted us with a bunch of stuff. And then certain things started trickling out afterwards. I didn't really catch up with that, but I really wanted to focus on a few things. But let's just get the schedule out of the way. First and foremost, Simpsons has a movie coming out in September of 27 next year. Coco 2 is coming out in November of 29. So we've got stuff all the way to the 29 year. We have Kingdom Hearts coming out in 2027 sometime. They did not give an exact date. As far as I know, Kingdom Hearts was a very popular video game for Nintendo, so there'll be a lot of fans for that. We've got Incredibles 3 coming out in 2028 in June of that month. Of that year, sorry. Ghost Market. Not sure what that is. We'll get more as we get closer, but that is coming out in March of 28. Lilo and Stitch 2 is coming out in May of 28. So a lot of stuff there. Percy Jackson is coming out with season 3 in November of this year. Daphne Keane will be joining the cast. So that's the only reason why I mentioned that. Live action Tangled movie is coming out in March of 28. Let's hope it's better than some of these other live action ones. A pet project for Jon Favreau called Oswald is coming out in February of next year. We have Ahsoka season 2, which I will talk about a little bit more in depth part of this in January of next year. Zootopia 3 has been announced. However, they did not give a date. So that could be 28, could be 29. A movie called Clay is coming out in November of 2028. Hexed is coming out this year in November on Thanksgiving Day. Finally, Frozen 3 is September 27th. September of 2027. Oh, that's right. I haven't mentioned the other stuff yet. Okay, so Vision Quest is finally, we got a first look at Vision Quest, and we'll go through that as well. That is coming out in October of 26, which is this year. We have the X-Men, which is coming out just after my birthday in May of 2028. So I gotta wait 2 more years to see the X-Men, and we'll get into that as well, because there are a segment of fans that I will go after in that one as well. But there's one other movie that I have not talked about yet in this lineup. And I'm going to start right there because we need to talk about it. It is the Bluey movie. I heard about this coming out in 2027, and sorry, I'm trying to move the thing. 2027 in August, and I know for a fact that Austin will be 3.5. It'll probably most likely be the time to send him to see a movie, and we're going to try to teach him proper etiquette as to how to behave in the movies. I've seen a lot of this, and I've seen a lot of other people talking about this. But after the pandemic was over and people started going back to the theaters, a lot of people have just forgotten about how to sit and properly watch a movie. And it's really, really annoying because people are talking, they're spilling popcorn, they're doing all the things that you can do at friggin' home. Then stay home. Rent and stream your movies the way everybody else did from 2020, 21, and everybody else is doing now. So let's get back to that. Let's get back to the simpler times before the pandemic when people weren't as obnoxious at the movie theater. It's really not that hard. If you're going out, you should go out and enjoy yourself, but not at the expense of other people. Like if you're going to sit in your seat, make sure you sit in your seat and watch the movie and not talk like you're sitting at home on your couch. Another thing is to babies. Find a babysitter. We don't need to hear your baby crying. We don't. We just don't. I'm sorry. If I'm going to the movies, I find a sitter. Or Ashley watches. Or if Ashley and I are going, we find a babysitter. It's simple. It's not annoying. Sooner or later, like I said, AJ will be ready to go to the movies. And then we're not going to have an issue. Because I want to make sure that he has learned how to sit and behave in a movie theater. Because I don't want him disturbing other people. Now, kids' movies aside, I understand that kids are going to act up in the movies. But that is because it's a kids' movie. I get that. But kids acting up in more adult films, not so much. I don't like that. I really don't. And a lot of people don't. But, and this is where I'm going to get more fired up, is because of what we're about to see right now. So let's go.
I'll get it. Good one, Bingo. Thanks, Louie. Don't let it touch the ground. Oh no. Run!
It's Bluey. But, and this is where I'm going to get really fired up here. Yes, Bluey looks different. It is not the cartoon version of Bluey. We get a different reimagining of Bluey. We get a different art style. And I showed it to Austin, and he didn't seem to mind it. But apparently, fandom goes way too far, as people have been flooding the internet with hate for this movie. Why? Why are adults taking this way too far? This is a kid's show. I love it. Ashley loves it. Austin loves it. But it's for Austin. It's not for me. It's not for Ashley. It's not for you. It is for your kids. Seriously, what is the problem with them doing this? I don't see the problem. You knew the movie was coming, you get your first look, and you all go apeshit. And it's really fucking annoying. Fandom goes beyond my rationale at times. We've seen it with the Stranger Things, where again the whole premise, the whole series was washed away because you didn't like the ending. You didn't like the last 4 episodes. Look, I didn't have to like those either, but it does not diminish what Stranger Things was. Fandom for Star Wars. Oh, we hate the prequels. Damn, we hate the sequels. But we actually like the prequels now. Enough is enough. Either stick with something or don't. Like, MCU fans as well. The MCU's gone to shit. Now Spider-Man comes out. Oh yes, we're back on board. No, you got to get through the bad times. There's going to be bad movies. There's going to be flops. There's going to be those movies that just shake your head going, why? But this is a kids' TV show that they are putting into a movie, and you people are taking it way too far. Apparently, and this is why I wanted to kind of wait through the weekend, because I wanted to hear everything that was going on through the internet, and I have found a couple of people who brought up hate and death threats petitions over a friggin' kids cartoon movie because they changed the animation. What are we doing? What are we doing? I understand this country is completely in shambles right now. From the very top with that, to right now. We are a society that is broken, apparently. I've always said it. Right now feels like Alex Garland's Civil War movie is on the verge. We are chosen sides, and it's going to be all hell. Unless dipshit gets out of office and somebody takes over that is going to right the ship. It's not going to heal everything. No. We're still going to have our fan bases. We're still going to have our fandom, but damn if this country is in a lot of trouble. And now we're having hatred for a kids' cartoon movie. It's really freaking annoying. It's really annoying. Let us enjoy the movie. If the movie stinks, then fine. But if you loved all 3 seasons of Bluey, you loved the mini-sodes, you know, whatever else they're putting out on Disney Plus. Just saw another one there that's compilation one. Great. I love it. I love the show. I love a character who is Unicorse, which is that little puppet. He's in like 2 episodes total, I think. Maybe one of the mini episodes as well, if I remember correctly. And I love Brownie Bear. The one mini-sode that he's in is freaking hilarious. I love it. It's the one where he is a drummer. So yeah, this is beyond ridiculous now. Can we just get to watch the movie and enjoy it? Nobody's changing the art form because you hate it. They're not gonna, or you know what, petition it and say, you know what, they shouldn't release it. Put it on Disney Plus so we don't have to watch it. Well, or whatever you want to do. Like, I don't understand the hate. I really don't. It's a friggin' cartoon movie. Okay? It's based on a children's cartoon. Let it go. Let the kids enjoy the movie. If they don't like the movie, then that's fine. Then come at them. But it's not till next August. God almighty. But I know Austin will be excited for it. I know I'll be excited for it. I know Ash will be excited for it. Maybe not so much George because he's going to be going to college. But he might even enjoy it. So, that being said, we're ready to go now with other things. Okay? So, I wanted to mention, I really didn't want to get into some of the other stuff from that list. But obviously, my fandom goes with Star Wars and Marvel. So, we're going to take a look now at D23.
Tell me,
We'll look at Ahsoka.
what troubles you? I'm always walking by your side.
Citizens of the glorious empire, I have returned. I took an oath to protect the empire. I therefore declare war on the Rebel Alliance.
I had a vision.
What did you see?
War. More and more danger than I thought.
Balin claimed to have knowledge of a power.
Master!
One that could end wars.
A long time ago, I walked away from the Jedi.
This is your trial, Ahsoka. Take your time to decide. Are you a Jedi? Or not?
I'm not going to lie. That looks impressive. And the fact that Hayden Christensen came back again to be the Force Ghost behind Ahsoka, and just everything about this show, and where it leads Star Wars, is the question that I want answered. We also know that the Acolyte is coming back, but it was not announced at D23. Because that will close that chapter of the whole Plagueis thing. I'm hoping that they kind of learned their lesson on that one and really tell, the story that I think it can be. But as you saw in that one, I mean, there's so much to break down, and I will probably do that when we get closer to January. I didn't really want to do that right now, but that looks pretty freaking good. I'm not gonna lie. So January, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good, and we'll find out where Star Wars goes from there. I'm excited. Again, my fandom has never waned from Star Wars. Yeah, Last Jedi sucked. Rian Johnson, is a great director. Maybe on its own, if it was a standalone movie, like Solo or Rogue One, we might look at Last Jedi separately. But because it was part of a trilogy that JJ started and finished, because they went through like 4 or 5 different directors for 9, and JJ went on fan service. Again, to satisfy fandom, that's what you get for 8 and 9. And that's why everybody went, what? We're going to actually like the prequels now, because they were a Star Wars branded thing. Whereas the last 2, But everybody does love Force Awakens. So JJ did a really good job with that one. I just would have liked to have seen where JJ would have done if he did all 3 movies. I think it would have been a whole lot better. And of course, remember, we still have a lot of material still to cover, because they were in the works of making a new trilogy that will have nothing to do with the Skywalkers. So, all right, the next thing was this.
Wow. Stinks to be those guys.
Gather round, everyone. I'll tell you the exciting story of how a little green kid turned a stone-cold bounty hunter into a warm and fuzzy stone-cold bounty hunter.
So,
Cease that! We are Imperial remnants. We do not. Oh.
It all went down like this. Mando had the X-Empire after him.
I will destroy the Mandalorians once and for all.
The hunter was now the hunted. The end.
Wait, stop. A whole bunch of other stuff happened. It's a wicked great story, and I was there for at least 20% of it. Look, if you're gonna be a bounty hunter, you'll have to sound more intimidating than that. It's like he's moving that thing with some kind of unseen force.
It is called the Force.
They have got to work on better names for stuff. We're surrounded.
Initiating self-destruct sequencing.
Are you nuts?
My sanity has been questioned. Initiating self-destruct sequencing.
Here we go again. It looks like you were expecting us to know who you are?
I'm Luke Skywalker. My father was Darth Vader? Oh, come on! I'm kind of a big deal!
If you say so.
the fact that Kibi Sokoff has over and over again complained that she did not know that Luke was the one that was going to rescue them is pretty funny. So Lego doing that with that sequence is hysterical, and yeah, I think this is going to be fun, and yeah, when it comes out, I'll be definitely watching it. All right, one more bit of news to come out. We're going to...
So it's my first time. It's my first time, and you do not disappoint. I'm incredibly happy to be here. And Starfighter, our movie, comes out May 2027, and I'm honored that we're releasing our film on the same exact weekend that the original Star Wars came out 50 years, exactly 50 years earlier, which is crazy. We didn't even plan it that way, but I can't imagine a bigger dream come true. Starfighter embodies the themes of hope and family and adventure that have always been core to Star Wars, but our story takes place in a period of time that's never before been shown in a Star Wars adventure, and it's been a privilege to create it and explore it. Most importantly, though, gave me the chance to collaborate with Ryan Gosling. Now, we all know, of course, the world knows Ryan Gosling as the incredible actor from Drive, Blade Runner, La La Land. I mean, if I keep going, we're going to be here all night. So, but we get it, right? Just the incredible body of work, Place Beyond the Pines, Barbie, the list goes on and on. But of all the iconic roles that Ryan Gosling has played over the years, we here in this room, only we here in this room, know that there's one role he's had that stands out among all the rest. Let's take a look.
Would you give me a second? Oh, I I owe a lot to Disney. Had they not looked far and wide and come to my hometown, I would not be here today. And I'm now here 30 years later, and I'm back, and it's changing my life again.
Now, speaking of change, speaking of that theme of change, we did get something for you. So, buddy, same team, different uniform. Let's go for the upgrade. And this jacket, we got you this new jacket. Take this one. On this jacket is the symbol of your character in Starfighter, Cade Oberon. I really want to put this on, but I didn't earn it. So I'm going to hold it. Why don't you tell the folks a little bit more about Cade?
Cade is a guy from the wrong side of the galaxy whose fate is intertwined with the fastest starfighter ever built.
Our movie has an incredible cast. In addition to Ryan, we got Amy Adams, Aaron Clare, Matt Smith, Neil Goff, and an exceptional newcomer named Flynn Gray. This Star Wars story is rooted in character, and it's brought to life by these amazing actors led by Ryan, all with an adventure that's filled with humor and danger and spectacle, but above all, the joyous spirit that's always been the beating heart for 50 years of this legacy that we all love so much.
It was amazing working with Sean. We're very excited to, can we show you?
The trailer's out there somewhere. We just haven't seen it yet. It has not been leaked online anywhere, so when that does come out, I will be definitely showing that when it does come out. All right. Now, again, 2020 is going to be huge for Ryan. He's got Ghost Rider coming out. We're not sure exactly when 28 it will be, but he's also got Starfighter, and I'm all for it. Well, I'll talk about it more probably when the trailer comes out. And can it be too early to put down on my list of top 25 movies for 28? I already have a small list already for 27 already. Again, is it too early for 28 and 27? Because Ghost Rider and Starfighter are right on there. Yeah. I mean, clearly Bluey is on 27 list. So, all right, let's get into Marvel now, seeing as Ghost Rider is coming in. Again, Ryan Gosling is a very, very good actor. Then you had Amy Adams in there. I mean, you didn't even have to throw in Mia Goth and everyone else. Those two alone right there, again, take my money. You know, the meme there. Just take my money. Yeah, it's going to be good. All right, let's get to Marvel real quick here. We've got our first look at Vision Quest. Let us take a look at that now.
In here. I remember when you'd come in all the time with that redhead.
I was a different person back then.
How about now? Anyone waiting for you tonight?
No. Home is just me.
It's like I'm losing my
Who am I? I was an Avenger, but I'm not a hero anymore. I have his face, but not his virtue. All I have is his name.
Welcome home, Vision.
This house is getting crowded, Vision. Ultron! Human avatars only.
Sir, I cannot overstate the dangers of keeping him around.
Yes, but he is
Dad? Papa? Peepaw?
stranger to myself. That family wasn't real. You sure about that?
I had a father, a machine called Vision.
Muzzle tough. It's a boy.
How is this possible? Free us all and save your son. I wish to understand my purpose.
With a genocidal maniac inside your head.
Nothing bonds a family together quite like mortal jeopardy.
Dude, I don't want.
Okay. Wow. Before we get into Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman, I want to move the camera here really quickly because I want to go back and take a look at this. Now, that was the first time I saw the one Vision Quest trailer. The fact that we are getting alter egos of Ultron. I mean, also look at this cast. Hold on. Let's go.
But I'm not a hero anymore. I have his face, but not his virtue.
Another writer? Hello?
All I have is his name.
Welcome home, Vision.
This house is getting crowded, Vision. Ultron!
The fact that Ultron is returning in James Spader. I mean, alone.
Human avatars only.
Sir, I cannot overstate the dangers of keeping him around.
Yes, but he is
Dad? Papa? Peepaw?
I'm a stranger to myself. That family wasn't real. You sure about that?
I had a father, a machine called Vision.
Muzzle tough. It's a boy.
Hold on.
How is this possible? Free us all and save your son.
Is this?
Free us all and save your son. I wish to understand my purpose.
With a genocidal maniac inside your head.
Nothing bonds a family together quite like mortal jeopardy.
Could that have been Wanda? Trying to resurrect his mind without the Mind Stone. The fact that he can disseminate all of that in his mind, relive all of that without the Mind Stone and becoming the white, zombie, as they called him in the comics, Vision, and recalling all of that as the end of WandaVision when, he took off, out of nowhere. We also thought he had obliterated Ultron, but apparently he absorbed Ultron. So all this time, Vision had Ultron in his circuit somewhere, and we couldn't have used him during Infinity War to stop Thanos. It's a lot to take in there. So, October 14th. Let's get it. Now, is it going to be weekly episodic? God. Maybe they should just drop it all on October 14th. I mean, do we really want to, stagger it out to get to Doomsday? I hope not. All right, then this is funny clip.
Dude, I don't want to do this.
Just do it.
They've already done filming. This is
Do
silly.
it. Or maybe the next one is called Deadpool and Spider-Man and literally everyone except Wolverine.
Who are you? Like, what? That's both hurtful and spiteful.
Just ask the question.
Why are you sitting? Hey, Kevin. Hey, D23. Hope you're all having a great time. I just wanted to check in, just totally unprompted, and just wondering if you might need some help. Rounding
out
the cast. Rounding out the cast? Dude, they've got like 28 people. Why the hell do they need us?
Because we're the golden ones. We're special.
We're not special.
Now follow the and script.
Okay. So anyway, if you guys need some help rounding out the cast, I'd love to join. And I don't know, I might be able to convince Ryan to appear in Avengers Doomsday, but no pressure. I hate you so much, man.
I know, me too.
All right, so obviously they were introducing a lot of stuff. We'll get to the X-Men people afterwards, their announcement, because again, there was some controversy. And not at first, everybody was kind of like, oh, all right. But now we're starting to be a little pushback, and I'm really annoyed by it. But let's get to the new Doomsday trailer. I want to watch it first, then I want to break it down.
Hello,
Nope,
D23.
never mind. I forgot how I put this together. Sorry.
After months of speculation.
So here's the X-Men.
Now, we're not actually here to talk about Spider-Man.
To stay as Jean Grey.
That's right.
Grey has been
That's right.
by obviously from Micah Jansen and Sophie Turner in the Dark Phoenix.
We're here to talk about something else. We're here to talk about the X-Men.
Ladies and gentlemen, the director of X-Men, Jake Schreier. Hi, D23. I'm so happy to be here to be working on X-Men. Sadie, of course, plays Jean Grey, founding member of the X-Men. We will follow her story into an all-new version of the saga coming to theaters May 5th, 2028.
We need some more of the cast.
Yes, now this is not all the cast, and this is we just passed them, they've just met backstage for the very first time. Please welcome Cyclops, Kate Connor.
So Kit Connor takes over for James Marsden.
Professor Charles Xavier, Christopher Abbott.
And relative newcomer to me, Chris Abbott is going to play obviously the leader, Charles Xavier, which has been played by two terrific actors. And it'll be sad to see that, a different version. I thought McAvoy should maybe have stayed on because he would be with this new cast. But we know that the older Charles is not going to make it clearly in Doomsday. So sorry, Patrick Stewart. Your days are over as Charles, but we've seen him die a bunch of times, so it's really not as.
Playing Emma Frost, Samara Weaving.
I love that very much, but I think Samara Weaving is a really fine fit for Emma Frost. She looks the part. She's a tremendous actress. Emma Frost showed up in the newer timelines for the X-Men, played by January Jones.
As Rogue, Indy Never Ended.
I'll get back to Rogue in a minute, because this is where we start
and I'm very proud to introduce
with
as
fandom.
Storm, Maya Boyd.
So, Maya Void is a relative newcomer to things. Now, she has voiced Storm in the X-Men comics, cartoons. So, there's a relative, familiarity factor with it. Now, she may not be familiar to you as a fandom because she is a theater actress, but from all accounts, her portrayal of Storm is going to be magnificent. So, and sorry, Halle Berry, but Storm is now going to be taking on.
There was also someone else who wanted to be here.
Hey, D23. You haven't told me to show up for X-Men. I just assumed you'd been on set. So instead of being with you all there in California, I'm here in Pinewood in this very lonely soundstage. Kevin and I have been talking for years about maybe joining the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And I think we finally found the perfect film at the perfect time with characters I care very deeply about. So I'm very excited to be playing the role of Magneto. Wrong again? Right. Even better. Nathaniel Milbury. So, I'll be right here. Just waiting for everybody to show up. Enjoy your weekend, D23.
That's right, Adam Driver is joining the cast. We will have more to announce soon, but we wanted to bring everybody out and say hello. Thank you, D23. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay, so Adam Driver is not playing Magneto, but he is playing Mr. Sinister. So that should be very interesting to see Sinister coming to a live-action movie. Now, let's get back to Rogue here for a minute. After the breakout success of Obsession and the story of Indy Never Ready, who went from virtually unknown, she was in Lois and Clark, and then did Obsession, and for a year and a half she became a streamer and a dog walker, and all of a sudden Obsession takes off, and now she's getting a lot of the pub for playing Nikki. Rightfully so. I think she's going to be winning some awards next year for either Golden Globes or something, maybe even an Oscar. Maybe. Let's see how the rest of the year plays out. So, she had mentioned that she would love to be in the MCU, but she had mentioned being Mystique. So, when it was announced here that she was going to be in the MCU, when she was playing Rogue, I actually think that was a better fit. Rogue has such a personality. She was played by Anna Paquin in the original one, and we didn't really get to see a lot of her development. It was her relationship with Wolverine and so on, and so this may be what I think Indy bringing to life Rogue is going to work in this situation. I mean, it's a perfect casting because Rogue is very is very powerful in her own right, and her her character has a lot of depth to it. And I think Fox missed the ball on this one with Anna Paquin, but I think Marvel will hit the spot with this, especially if they go back to the comics, the comic cartoons, and even X-Men '97, which just finished up, was so good. But I've also seen memes out there saying that whoever's going to play, people are throwing their hats in the ring to play Gambit. Now, that's not the full cast yet, so there's many more. Now, will Gambit stay Channing Tatum, or will they recast him when they do this? Now, we don't know that. We don't know. We haven't seen Gambit on his own. So, Doomsday will be the first one where we see him fully with the X-Men. Clearly, we saw him in Deadpool and Wolverine. He got his moment in the sun. Because for years they talked about it. Having his own movie. And I think he knocked it out of the park. Well, let's get back to indie real quick. The internet has blown up. And it's turned from loving indie because of Nikki to fandom, again, going nuts over how she looks. She doesn't fit the comic book portrayal of Rogue. Look, this is where, again, fandom just needs to be quiet. Can we just let them do their job? If the movie stinks and Rogue doesn't really have a great performance, then yes, go after Indy at that point. But it won't be Indy's fault. It'll probably be the writer's fault. But Marvel is doing this, and it's not Fox. So I think this is going to be good, and I think it'll be great for her. I think she will embrace the Rogue part. I can see her being Rogue. I can. And people need to see that as well. Okay, we talked about Brie Larson when Captain Marvel was announced. And yes, Captain Marvel has not been what people thought. But it wasn't because of Brie. I think it was because it went in with a negative for Brie. Because she didn't look the part of the comic book figure. And that drives me nuts. I don't care. I don't care. It's like when people talk about, well, this character is usually a white person. It's, played by another race. It doesn't really matter. Can they do the role? Yes. I mean, that's all I care about. Can we just look past certain things as a fandom? Okay, she doesn't look like the comic book. So, does she have to? Let's just let her act. Let's just let them write the script. Let them show us the X-Men movie. Please, for the love of God. All right, finally, let's look at the Doomsday trailer. Now, I've looked at this, so I want to break this down as we go along.
Victor was always the smartest guy in every room. He used to be different. He used to be kind, he used to be caring.
All right, let's stop right there. So, we know from the failed Fantastic Four movies that Doom has been the arch enemy of the Fantastic Four. But they also know him. Obviously, clearly, Sue and Reed know of Victor. Okay, this trailer is so dark. We're seeing a very different Marvel texture and feel. We felt horror in Infinity War when Thanos snapped his fingers. But this feels so much different. We kind of know right now that worlds are going to die. We know people are going to die. That is why we are getting a soft reboot after Secret Wars. So, these people that you are seeing right now may or may not survive or make it past the end of Phase 6. Because again, there's multiple variables of everyone around the world. So, we saw Doom sitting on his throne. And now it appears the Fantastic Four are in the X-Men universe. Now, what universe is it? That's hard to explain. Let's look at this a little bit more.
And then...
Okay. So we get Steve there. Now, from the first trailer, I thought maybe, just maybe, that it might have been Hydra Cap. Now, there still could be Hydra Cap in there. But this version right here seems to be Nomad. This isn't Steve Rogers that will be Captain America. This will be Nomad, which is a different take on Steve Rogers' character.
And then... everything he loved was taken from him.
All right. We're going to freeze right here. Victor is looking at this portrait. There is a lot of symbolism in here. But the fact that he's looking at a mother and son, probably, we know an incursion happens that probably takes his wife and child. This cannot be them. This is probably his mother and him in this photo. And maybe some tragic backstory with her. I can't imagine that he would have a portrait without him in it. And just have these two by themselves. I could be wrong. Again, these are all fan theories.
I knew he was lost.
So here we go again. Now we've picked up Shang-Chi. We've picked up the Wakandans.
But I did not realize that he was broken.
And here is an overall picture of a destroyed world. Most likely New York City. But what New York City timeline is it? Well, unfortunately, and this is just my thought, I know there's plenty of thoughts out there, but this universe, because of No Way Home, this New York is Tobey Maguire's universe. And I am hoping and praying, and I know George is too, that Tobey goes out gracefully. Now, how many people will be in Tobey's universe fighting Doom and his legions? Or whoever else is on Doom's squad? Or is it just going to be Doom himself? Or is he going to use any one of the people that you saw there? Even Nomad, even maybe Captain Hydra. You know what I mean? Like, there's many questions. Also, are there X-Men in this universe? Because like it's hard to know, because now we have a universe that has Spider-Man, Punisher, Daredevil, Kingpin, the Defenders. But as you saw, if you saw the movie Spider-Man, we saw Jean Grey taking off on a bus, clearly probably going to see Charles Xavier. So is there X-Men in this universe? Is it the Fox Sony collaboration universe? Who knows?
Victor, did you do this?
The fact alone that Reed is asking him if he did this is scary. Did he do it alone? Or were the Fantastic Four too late to stop it? Or any of them to stop it? Who knows? So clearly there's another angle of this from the trailer. We thought maybe it was Johnny and Sue, but obviously clearly it is Franklin and Johnny holding in an embrace.
All of you
before being wiped out, maybe. We saw Magneto banged up in the original part of this trailer, and now we get Charles and him in a mansion.
Have lived.
Now, as Victor says, they're leading false lives. Well, Steve went back in time and changed the course of his life by going with Peggy and having a family. It'll be good to see Haley Atwell, though, in this movie. Thor picks up love here from the God Butcher, who died in Thor Love and Thunder.
Stolen lives.
Most likely steal love. This part is confusing to me. How Loki just reappears out of his endless tree line of things to be at Steve Rogers' house. This is Steve Rogers' house. We got the Wakandans.
Must give them back.
Looking very scared of something. We have
Answer me, Victor! Did you do this?
I swear, you will beg for hell long before I grant it.
Damn.
Hell answers to me.
Hell answers to him. Man, there's so much there. There's so much in there. And then we get this cool shot of him.
For I am Doom.
Wow. Okay. So much in there. So clearly one of the X-Men timelines. We don't know which one. Maybe again it might be part of the Tobyverse. We don't know that. Or it may be separate. So why in the first trailer do we get the X-Men fighting the Avengers? And then in this one, they're all happy-go-lucky with Fantastic Four there and Wakandans. And where did we all get them from? Did we just pick them up, timeline, just leave them all in on the Fantastic Four ship? I don't know. We still don't know if Doom is alone in this movie Although clearly we've gotten hints from D23, and we also got it from San Diego Comic-Con, where it looked like witches. So we have not seen Wanda, Agatha, maybe even Lady Death, because he mentioned hell answers to him. Maybe Lady Death is a part of it. Maybe there is a Sue Storm that is a part of his crew as well. Because again, if you remember the trailer before, the Wakandans were looking at Sue very, very strangely. And again, there's the Wakandans again looking very strange at something. So is that possible? And there's been plenty of theories out there about the end credit scene with Fantastic Four. We thought originally maybe it was Doom. Now, it could be Wanda. Or the other thing is maybe it is a variant of Sue Storm, and that's why Franklin wasn't scared. Or even could be Wanda or anything. But Sue also didn't look paranoid enough to go after whoever was in that mask, under the mask. Clearly. Again, Fantastic Four, knowing Victor and knowing that his power is greater than anything, that's crazy. And again, they're having a powwow in the mansion. So where does all of this craziness happen with them attacking one another? What about in Reed's ship? What about Avengers Tower, where you saw, Sam Wilson's Avengers, and then you had the new Avengers with the Z, and you had Fantastic Four with somebody missing. But you had Thor coming off the ship. You had Steve, most likely, coming off the ship as Nomad. So, but Loki getting off of his throne throws me off a little bit. We know that he's upstairs in Steve's house. The original trailer, we had a man wearing a wedding ring holding a TVA card. That's Steve. It wasn't Loki. It was Steve. So maybe, just maybe, Loki knows that the timelines have been branched off, and now is like, I need to go and talk to Steve before something worse happens. Maybe he cuts him a deal and says, I can send you to a universe that I know will not collapse. Let me take you there so you and Peggy and your son can go and be happy. Maybe that is something that is going to happen. I don't know. So, obviously, clearly, we will also need to know why or how Steve got to, the bench to give Sam the shield. Will it be explained? Maybe not. I don't know. But when Sam sees Steve, will it be a remembrance too? We don't know. There's so many questions. The other thing is too, Deadpool and Wolverine will most likely be in this movie. So here's my question. Is this the universe that Wolverine could not stop from being destroyed? And this is where we pick him up. Maybe this is where we see, that scene where he's walking by all of the headstones or columns in saying that he could have stopped it if he, or he couldn't stop it because he just wasn't that guy. As Deadpool said, he was the worst Wolverine. So there's a lot there, and I understand this is a long episode, and I'm sorry about that, but it's very late here, and trust me, I didn't really want this to be long, but it got long. So I'm sorry, but again, fandom really irks me, really ticked me off, and I had to get this out. So that being said, I cannot wait for Doomsday, and I'm hoping that with more time, and of course Endgame changing some of changing their end credit scene thing, because again they didn't have an end credit scene at the end of Endgame because it was kind of the end. They only had the sound of banging, kind of an homage to the original, or paying tribute to the original Iron Man, where he was in the cave banging on the steel to making his Iron Man. Or could that have been Victor the whole time? And Iron Man was just, maybe, there's just so much there. Now, the one thing I do want to say before I go, I hope that with this movie, they will also explain away some of the credit scenes that we have not had an answer to. Specifically, Ant-Man, Wasp, and the Quantum Mania there. Yes, it's a terrible movie. But you leave the Council of Kangs in this mid-credit scene. Now, you could easily sum it up, kind of what you did with Infinity War, when Thanos already had the Power Stone when he wiped out Xandar, which was referenced by Thor when he was picked up. Instead of showing it. Would have been nice to have seen it, because then I think that would have taken a hugely different tone for the movie, and we would have been more embracing of what was to come at the very end when he snapped his fingers. So will we get a ending of the Kang dynasty, and just because if you're going to put the multiverse to bed, you have to kind of sew that up. Now, are you going to wait till Secret War, though? That's a possibility. We're bringing in Victor Von Doom, and Doom is coming for us all, and it is going to be one hell of a dark movie. Look at the tone of this one. Marvel is setting you up for a very bad day for the MCU. But it's a good thing, because we are going to get Secret Wars, and then the soft reboot begins. You saw the X-Men, the new X-Men. You saw that Ghost Rider is coming along, and so you're going to get plenty of stuff. You're also going to get Moon Knight season 2 along the way, and we're going to see Daredevil again. We're going to see Punisher again. We're going to see the Defenders probably again, whether they're in their own show or not. I mean, I could keep going, but I'm not going to. But what I am going to do is see you all at the movies.
You like that, baby? Let him know where that came from, yeah!
See you next time. Bye.
Waiting for you. Goodbye. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Hasta la vista, baby.
That's all, folks.